I visited my stockist a couple of weeks ago, and they asked if I could bring down some Mother's Day stock. It's not really one that I wanted to. I've always wanted to, but I've never had the time. Whereas right now I thought I'm not really focusing on anything else, so I'll just get some illustrations done. And there were a couple that I've done already that were perfect for this. Oh wow, these have turned out really nice. Are you okay, buddy? So there's this one. I really love the cardstock that it's on. It's like a hammered effect, which is really lovely. And this one. Obviously it had to get a fox in there somewhere. And then there's this one. So I just got 3 for now. Oh, so with this design, is that one focusing? With this one, when I eventually reopen my shop again, I think I'll make another one but remove the text on it so it's a bit more generic, and then it can be used for anything. But the stock on them is really lovely. It's a really nice hammered effect, and the colours have come out really beautiful too. So yeah, I've never really done Mother's Day properly, to be honest, but my stockist asked for some cards, and I thought I had some illustrations that I thought would look lovely as Mother's Day cards, so I thought that's what I would do with them. And then I can just pop them down to my stockist, so I'll sit and package these up and then I can drop them off at the weekend when I go down. So right now, whilst Baby Bear sleeps, I think I might try and finish my mushroom wooden slice for my video. Oh, good afternoon. I've just been out in the rain, so I've probably got eyeliner dribbled down my face somewhere, but it is what it is. So I've decided to open my shop for one day only this weekend. I've had all of my stock back, like my Christmas stock, back from my stockist, like the leftover stuff. I did have a bit of a sale over on my Patreon page a couple of weeks ago, and a few bits and pieces were snapped up then, but whatever's now completely left over is going to go back into my shop again. But what I've decided to do is discount every single thing. I think now is a really good time, actually, whilst I'm on leave, and then to like come back with as clean a slate as possible in a couple of months' time when I actually do like come back properly. So I need to basically go through everything, count everything, check what I've got. I've also had some wrapping paper returned from Christmas. I've got some greeting cards. I'm gonna discount washi tape, wooden pins, prints, everything, key rings, absolutely everything's going to be discounted. And what I'm going to do is open the shop this Sunday and just have a big sale, keep it open for like a few hours and then close it again. My studio is still a bit of a laundry room slash dumping ground, but we're going to work with it. And yeah, I've got about an hour because then I need to take the doggies to the vets for their annual checkup. But yeah, I think that's enough time to just get at least a few bits and pieces counted, do a good thorough stock check and just completely gut the studio, see what's hiding in all the nooks and crannies, because that's small business life, isn't it? You think everything's gone, but then you might find a pin at the back of the drawer somewhere. Always happens. It's kind of like a project reset, I suppose. But yeah, this one is asleep, so just while he's having a little nap in his sling, that's what we're gonna do, because he likes being rocked as well. So he's gonna have a great time just bouncing around, checking washi tapes with mama. Yeah, let's go. I've just been to Home Bargains actually just before I go and had to get a scrubbing brush for the wheels on my pram, because I live like around the edge of the countryside, so whenever I go for a bit of a pramulate, the wheels sometimes come back a bit ditched. I got a bamboo scrubbing brush, but I just can't part with the label that it came with. I just think that is really, really interesting. So I'm going to save it and use it as like a collage piece in my art journal. It's just got a lovely design on it. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because it looks a bit oldie worldy, but I really like it. Right, let's start with Christmas cards and just see what's left. This is all of them that I have left from 2021. So I'll discount all of these. Yeah, I think I've got some seconds in there as well that they'll be even further discounted because they're seconds after the terrible, awful printing fiasco that we had. Oh, I've got some robins left. It's one of my favourites from 2021. Right, I'll go and count them. I think the job that I'm dreading the most is washi, just because I've got so many of those. Stickers as well is a bit of a overwhelming situation because there's loads in there, so they'll all be discounted. I'll probably do those at £1 a sheet. Some of the washi tapes as well are going to be £1 a roll, because there's some that are just like old designs now, some of the first ones that I got. So I'd kind of like to phase those ones out, because there's also this drawer as well. So there's lots and lots of them that I'm just gonna, you know, completely phase out. Like, I'm really excited and dying to order in some new designs, but I'm just trying to be disciplined, and I know that ideally I shouldn't really do that until I've at least made some space here, because there's just hundreds of washi tapes. I'm just going to interrupt the stock checking because I've had a cloth nappy delivery. So all of our nappies so far are from Pim Pam and Peachy Baby, and I have had, I'm not going to lie about it guys, I'm not going to gloss over the fact we have had some leaks, but I think that was my fault because you're not supposed to use fabric softener with them, and I did. Love a bit of fabric softener. But now that I've washed them again with no fabric softener, I'm not getting leaks. And just in case you're new to cloth nappies as well, apparently you should wash them a few times before you use them, just so that it improves the absorbency, so I've done that too. And ever since I've done that, we've not had any leaks, so fingers crossed we fixed it. But I got the bear a couple more from Pim Pam, one of my favourites. The designs are just so cute. This one's like a Scandi sort of, it's got these little horses on it. Are these Swedish horses? Don't want to get that wrong. Dollar horse, that's what they're called. There we go. So it's a lovely, like a emerald green sort of colour. And right now he's on like the third popper up. So I love that these grow with your baby. And then I got him these pink ones with just like a checkered sort of grid design on them. Really, really cute. And I also got some of their reusable wipes as well. It's lovely and sunny today. I have a parcel of new paintbrushes because after having a play with the Arteza acrylics last week, it dawned on me that I really could do with some new paintbrushes. So I went to Jackson's and picked up some Da Vinci synthetic ones. I thought I'd just have a look at those with you. So I have a sleeping baby on me again because we had a rough night's sleep. But I don't know where the footage has gone from the stuff that I got from Jackson's. It's gone, so I'm just going to record it again. I got these wooden panels to paint on. Never used anything like that before, so who knows what the outcome's going to be like. I also got some new paintbrushes. Didn't take note of the sheer length of these. That's my new paintbrushes. James says I can chop them down, but we'll see. I might not have to, it's just I've never worked with paintbrushes this long before. And I also got another Caran d'Ache Luminance white pencil. I have some more art supplies to show you. I'm just gonna sit down. I found these in the range and I thought they'd make a really good video testing them out. And I've got this set, so it's like really earthy colours, so right up my street. Apparently you can add water for a watercolour effect, but they did lots of different sets of them, and what's really cool is you can like click them together and make like an actual pen display, which I thought was pretty neat. You all know my relationship with markers. I like the colour accuracy to be, obviously it can't be spot on, but I like to be able to know what I'm choosing. And in the past I've chosen other brands like Spectrum Noir. Do you remember that video where the colours were just so off? So I thought this one, it'd be worth trying them out and just seeing, because they were really cheap. They were $7.99 for this set, which is really good going for some markers. So I thought I'd try them out and let you know what they're like. I went and raided Nikki's Supply Store, which if you've never checked out Nikki's Supply Store, it is amazing for stationery. I got this little mini sketchbook with the intention of using this as my Finding Flow project that I'm going to be starting. I just want to loosen up a bit with my work, especially at the moment I'm just not really doing very much. And I'm doing a lot of reflecting and reassessing of direction, sustainability like we spoke about in my last video. I just want to have a good old think about where I want to take things, and also just be a bit looser with my work and just see what happens, because as artists we're always evolving and developing and things. I got some new washi tapes for my journaling and stuff. I got some stickers. They just don't want to stay put, do they? They just stay there. I got some little stickers, really Kuma stickers for my journaling, and I treated myself to a Kaweco pen. So this is a Posh fountain pen. I've never had a Posh fountain pen before, but I thought, might actually treat myself now that writing my journal is like part of my self-care. I try and do it at least once a week at the moment. I was doing it every couple of days, but obviously right now like life's a bit upside down. But I just thought I'd get one. I got it in pink, but they do have like a sport version which looked pretty interesting, but it was a little bit more expensive, and because I'm new to this brand I wasn't really sure what the difference was. Maybe it was just the size, because I think it's more like a pocket pen. However, this one's pretty diddy, isn't it? It's quite small. And I also got some black ink cartridges. In hindsight, I wish I'd got some brown ones as well. I don't even know if Nikki's Supply Store do brown ones. I didn't even think to look, but I love writing in brown ink. It's one of my favourite gel pen colours to go for, and I wish I'd got some brown ones as well. But yeah, black ones are fine. And yeah, there's just these little bits that I got from Jackson's the other day. So a nice month for some new art supplies. And I can't wait to get stuck into them, especially this little sketchbook. I'm very excited for it, and doing a whole sort of dedicating it to an actual project and just seeing where it takes me. How adorable is this little baby seat? I got it from Mamas and Papas and it arrived yesterday. It's called a bug chair, just in case any of you have got little ones, and it's like a 3-in-1 jobby thing. So it's a booster seat, it's somewhere that they can sit and eat, and it's also a little sensory chair. So it's got like all of these little toys on it, which is just so cute. It's got like a sensory book on it, this little mirror and a sloth, all of these like little pieces. Isn't it cute? I'm trying to be quiet because he's actually just having a nap at the moment. He's not very well at the minute. We think he might be teething, but he just seems really, really grizzly. But anyway, I've got this little chair and it's got like little straps in it. What I really like about it though is you can, I can't do it with one hand, but you unscrew the bottom. In fact, I'm going to do it. I'm going to try and do it. So underneath, if you do this, oh, that was a bit loud, and then you've kind of got a bit more stability if you want it, but it's really easy. You just twist it and then these straps come out here to strap it onto a chair, so you can use it as a booster seat at a table, or if you go out for dinner or around to a relative's house and they don't have a high chair or something, you can just take this and strap it to the seat, and it's really easy. And the straps just tuck away. I just thought it was really, really nifty. I like that a lot. But I thought it would be great for the studio, so when I'm back in here and he can come to work with me, it's just a little entertainment board, and this comes off as well. So he's got like a little snack bar as well, where he can have his snacks and his drinks when he's a bit bigger. I just thought it was really cute. I know a lot of you probably don't care, but I just had to show it to you. But if you are interested, it was from Mamas and Poppers, and yeah, I pre-ordered it, but I think they're shipping them now, so mine arrived yesterday. So something that I have thought long and hard about is this wall, my feature wall, my candy stripe wall. I'm not liking the pink these days, you know. I don't think anyone here would ever hear me say that. I mean, I still like the colour pink. It's just in here, it's very, very pink because it's the wall that you see, hence why I painted this wall with the candy stripes. It's kind of like the main wall, and I've loved it for a really long time, but just gradually it's not felt like me anymore. Even those drawers over there used to be pink, so where the grey is, it was pink. But things are just a lot more earthy in here these days, and it's kind of making me feel like it's not my space. I know that might sound maybe dramatic or like it's not the end of the world. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but you know when your space just doesn't feel like you anymore. I felt like this for months and months, and every time I come in here, because obviously I'm not working in here at the moment other than editing a few videos, every time I come in here I look at this wall and I think, this isn't my space. I think having those little breaks away from everything kind of solidifies that feeling a hell of a lot more, because I was feeling it last year, but obviously being heavily pregnant I couldn't do anything about it. Whereas now I'm thinking, I'm gonna come back to work within the next few months, and I really want to deep clean this studio space. There's just stuff everywhere at the moment. I'm not showing you the messiest bits, don't worry, I still want a bit of my pride hidden somewhere. Pride and my dignity. But yeah, I'm thinking of replacing the pink with a really earthy, mossy green, because that is what my soul is telling me to go with. My patrons are helping me to narrow down a shade of green. I'm going to go to B&Q later today with James, because we need to go out and get some lunch anyway. And we're going to go and look at all of the different greens, and I will bring back some samples to show you, some little swatch cards. But yeah, my patrons are going to help me decide on a colour. It's just not feeling me anymore, but whilst I'm going to be moving furniture and things to have a good declutter, a good clean, a deep spring clean ready for a fresh return to work, I thought it would be nice to get this wall done once and for all. So what I'm going to do is just... That was a big sigh, buddy. He's fast asleep on my chest, which is why I'm swaying ever so slightly. I'm sorry for those of you with vertigo. What I'm going to do is get frog tape again, because that's how I did these before. I just worked out the measurements. So I measured the length of the wall, and then kind of tried to work out how thick I wanted the stripes to be, and then see how many stripes I could fit, you know, to make a nice pattern. So it was a little bit of maths. My dad helped me, not gonna lie. Spirit level, some tape, a pencil and a ruler, a big ruler. So now that the marks are there, that the lines are there, I can just go over the pink with the green. So I'll just get some more tape. And yeah, it's gonna happen. So goodbye pink wall. It's been a pleasure having you, but we have moved on to a new chapter. So here are my first 3 little sample cards. I wanted to get some more, but the ones I picked out, they didn't have them in my local B&Q, but these are the only 3. I picked about 7, I think, 7 different greens. And so far, Good Earth is the one that I am liking the most. Because the other 2, in fact Night Vision is really nice, but I'd like it to be a little bit lighter. I like the colour, but just a smidge lighter. When I say I like the colour, I mean I like the tone of green. Am I making any sense? But yeah, Fertile Fern is a bit too green. It's a bit bright, whereas I wanted something a bit dusky. And I like the Good Earth because it's more of like an olivey, mossy kind of green, but we'll see. I've ordered some more swatches, so we'll see what those look like, and then hopefully we can decide on the colour. Right, just while he's asleep and before we nip out, I'm gonna build some nappies. Well, what's the word I'm looking for? Construct, assemble some nappies. Because yeah, last night was a rough one. We have many reasons to believe that Little Bear is teething right now, but everyone that I speak to about this, they're always like, surely not, he's too young. Believe me, there are many reasons to believe that he's teething. We also learned that some babies are actually born with teeth sometimes, which I didn't know. I mean, as of right now, he was 11 weeks yesterday, so yes, he is still quite young, but it's not unheard of, it's not impossible, and just his behaviour around it is suggesting to us that it's most likely teething. It just means that right now he's a bit restless. So if he can sleep in his sling, then that works for me, and I can just get a few little bits done around the house. I've got a drawing on the go at the minute as well, which I will try and show you later. Again, thank you to my patrons for helping me choose a colour palette for that one, because I really didn't know what to do. It's a pair of koi carp in a kind of yin-yang sort of layout, but I didn't want to do traditional black and white, I wanted to do something different. Here's where we're at with choosing a green. This one is my favourite. It just looks the nicest next to the grey that I'm going to keep. I do like Summer Valley as well, but yeah, in different lights. It's a little bit yellowy at times. And then there's these 3 which are a bit too green. So it's between these 2, but I'm still Good Earth. I'm liking Good Earth. It's the kind of green that I pictured in my head. I snapped a nail off the other day and it's a bit sore and looking not the prettiest. My nails have become really weak since birth. You're balanced on many washi tapes. I'm full of cold today, so I've got a Barocca. That's what I was just mixing. We've all done C-word tests. We're negative, but we're going to keep doing them because you can never be too careful. Yeah, James had a bit of a cold a few days ago, and now I've woken up this morning feeling not that great. So I'm just going to make sure these are all nice and tidy because some of them did go a couple of weeks ago, so that was good. I've just been to drop the car off down at the garage because it's having a service today. That drawer wasn't too bad. I thought I'd already done this. I don't know. I can't remember anything right now. I've got the worst memory. Yeah, it's not too bad in here. Okay, at least I know they're all tidy. Aren't these the cutest little leggings? It's one of my new favourite shops called Turtle Dove London, and they do like really lovely organic ethical clothing. I've got some dungarees by them, but these little leggings are the cutest thing ever. And there's lots of growing room as well. These are 0 to 6 months, so there's lots of room in them. But they fit him now, which is great stuff. And he's wearing all of his like woodland. Oh, so cute. You're such a handsome boy. You are such a cutie. Are you helping Mama today? We're going to sort some washi tapes out. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I do. I appreciate the support. Okay, I am back from getting the car serviced. And now I'm going to do a bit more drawing of the koi carp. I've also just recorded a podcast for my patrons talking about the guilt and the anxiety of like maternity leave when having a small business, because it's something that I'm really struggling with right now, is just the feeling of having abandoned my small business. And how hard I worked last year just to kind of walk away for a few months is actually terrifying me, and it keeps making me think, what am I going to come back to when I come back to work? I'm also unsure when to come back. Like, I'd love to come back to work right now, but I just know it's not realistic, and I also can't bear to have much time away from little Bear. I get like really bad separation anxiety. He's absolutely fine, it's me. And I know I'm going to have to eventually, and we've had some lovely offers from family members to help when I eventually do go back to work and things. But I know that right now is too soon. It's much too early, but it is still making me, I miss work a lot. And I don't know, just when you have a small business, it's kind of like a baby to you as well, so it feels like I've kind of just abandoned it and walked out on it, and it feels awful. Don't get me wrong, little Bear is more than worth it and I absolutely adore him, but it kind of also makes me feel like I'm not doing enough for him by not running my business as well for him, if that makes any sense. And if that resonates with any of you, please let me know. So this is my colour palette that I've decided to go with. Thank you to my patrons as well for helping me to choose this colour palette. So little Bear is just waking up, so it's nearly time for some food. And this is the sketch that I have done, so that's what's underneath the colour that you've just seen. So yeah, I'm going to finish that when I can, but for now this little one needs some food. Yeah, Mummy could do with a snack as well. The Bear and I are going to bounce now, but I hope you enjoyed the video and we will be back soon. Bye everybody.